Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Project 27. I'm your host, Bill Ladd, and we come together to try and get better. Try to become the best, world class. What's that mean for you? That's your call. For me, I'm trying to become the best version of myself while building out a world-class accounting firm. And guys, today I want to talk about the hard lessons learned when you lose team members. Now, the hard part of that is losing team members. We've all been there. The good part of that is the lessons learned. And I'm going to challenge you guys to really dive deep and try to understand what you can learn from one of your team members' departure. Let me give you a good example. We had a great team member. Everybody loved him. Clients loved him. I loved him. The team loved him. He was great at what he did. Started out in our home office in Missouri, wanted to move to another state, and was able to do that from our firm. We were set up to do that. Went out there, worked for several years during the pandemic, and on into 2022, and things were going great. But we could tell there was some things with body language that really weren't. They were a little bit telling. That maybe opened our eyes that something was on horizon. We continue to reach out to him occasionally, but not really directly. But just check in. You doing okay? All those kind of things. And it was funny because we had just gotten out of our leadership L10, our quarterly level 10, where we spend all day kind of thinking strategically, and we were fired up and things were rolling. And we saw a nice vision of where we were going. And that's when we got the news that he had decided to take another job. And man, it hurt. And I know you guys have been out there and you've lost hygienists or assistants or front desk, and it's hurt. It is not fun. But this one felt different because he was just part of the family. He was somebody who we saw being a lifer here at Duckett Ladd. And it just wasn't meant to be. So I actually picked up the phone and we talked for probably 30 or 45 minutes, just chatting, kind of talking about his trajectory, laughing about some of the things that happened. But really, I just asked him, like, what happened? What went on? And there was a lot of things. It wasn't any one thing. The big thing was obviously being remote. It's tough. It's tough for people. They want, especially social people, they want interaction. So he did go to an on-site job. Some of the workload was probably more than he was expecting or that was really fair to put on him at that point. And we were actively working towards that. But, that is something that had an effect on him. There was other things out there that I think were a little bit tougher for him. The interaction through Zoom and all these kind of things. We call it almost a belonging tax, that it's hard when you're working remote and can't actually plug into that dynamic. So it was an opportunity for us to try to understand better how to interact with our remote workers, how to set up workloads, how to communicate expectations, how to build out path for growth. And that allowed us to really spend time as a leadership team thinking through what that all means and how we can do that better, start talking to our current team, doing some anonymous feedbacks and really surveys and really trying to understand where people's heads are at. And so, guys, it was a tremendous opportunity for us to learn how to become better as a firm. And I really feel like it did make us better. I feel like it's going to allow our team to have a better experience. So we took a very negative thing and we turned it into a positive thing. What I would say is when someone leaves, there's a lot of psychology there on both sides. It's really hard to, sometimes to put feelings aside and just talk to them and listen, not talk as much as just listen to what they have to say. Try to take what they have to say and understand how you can use it to make your practice, your firm, your business better, and how you can make it so that it can attract those great people and not just attract them, but also retain them. That's the goal. So guys, I hope this was helpful. Again, always strive to learn when you make a mistake or when you fail, especially when it comes to team members, because that is the right team members are your most valuable assets. So guys, I hope you're having a great day. I hope all is well, and we will talk again next time.